what's happening? Tim with Know My Trading. It's been a while since I've been on here. I know I've been busy slash lazy. You know how it is. I got my big boy job, which is actually on strike right now, so that's crazy and exciting, and been throwing a loop in things. So then anyway, I've been out of town a lot, been doing some other things, and this is ultimately just a hobby until it starts bringing in some kind of income. So yeah, it's been on the back burner, my YouTube thing, but I'm gonna be doing a lot more with it now. Kind of trying to get back in the swing of things. So anyway, jumping into the market today, seeing what's hot, what's moving. A lot of the questions I get and have for a while revolve around how do you find stocks that are hot, what's moving, how do you find the hottest stock of the day, the stock that day traders are doing. And you don't actually have to have my I get a lot of questions about my low float runners scanner over here. You really don't even need any of that. You can go to a lot of different free, of course it helps, and of course it's gonna be popping up what exactly is moving and what's triggering the alerts. So yeah, it's helpful for that. But you don't really have to have that kind of stuff. You can have, for instance, let me drag this over here. Market Watch has a free intraday screener. So you just go to your intraday screener and you can edit the criteria to be exactly what you're looking for. So if you're looking for, I'll show you kind of here. For instance, you can do trading from such and such to $7. It depends on how big your account is. The accounts that I'm showing on here are all small accounts, so I don't want to trade a $20, $30 stock. That doesn't make sense for a small account. So, you know, $7 and under, priced in up by 15% or more, because I'm looking for stocks that are up on the day. Then you can look at with the trading volume, you want it to have some volume because without volume, the patterns will not work. Outperforming the 200-day. These are just things that you can toggle around if you're getting too many results or too few results. You can kind of change that stuff to come up with some more ideas. So then what you do is you get your list. So this is my list from what I just had in there. And then it's going to show your percent change. I like to have it sorted by percent change. So TNXP is the biggest percent change on this list, and it's got a volume of 198 million, which is crazy. IBIO 255 million on the day. So these are obviously stocks that day traders are trading. So then all you do is you go to your platform and you plug those in. So TNXP, IBIO. So even if I didn't have this scanner running down here, I would just go here. IMRN is a big one for today. Let's see. I would type in TNXP and I would see what exactly is going on with that. You can click on the news. Whatever platform you're on probably has news where you can click on that, or you can Google and try to find the news by Googling it, or you can go to StockTwits, which is free. So you're just gonna get in. It doesn't really matter what the news is so much to me. I care more about the technical side of things, but you do want it to have some kind of a catalyst, preferably. Then you're going to go to the chart. Now this thing would have been a crazy buy down here where it broke out past this high of day, and then it consolidated, and then right above the high of day, and then shot up. That would have been an insane move to get if you bought it here in the 130 area and held it all the way to 180, which you won't do because realistically you're not going to buy and then hold all the way to the top. It just never works out that way. Well, I shouldn't say never. Once in a while you might get lucky, but most of the time not so much. This thing's making a pretty good move. Now it's coming back down, pulling back. It's pulled back more than I would like to see, but it was pretty extended at that point. So could it be a buy here at this point? Perhaps. We've got 15 minutes left in the market today. So I don't really like to see it selling off that much going into the end of the day, into the end of the market towards close. I would prefer it to be going the other way towards close. So maybe we'll get a nice bounce off of this little consolidation area and head back up. But if you're looking for something to hold overnight because of the PDT rule, you're typically looking for something the opposite of this, something that's not selling off going into the close, something that's moving up going into the close. And as you can see right now, it's selling off even more. It already broke that, momentarily broke that support there, went below 150. Not a good sign for something to hold overnight. But anyway, that's something that traders are definitely trading. Let's see. Another one was IBIO. Plug that in. See what this thing's doing on the daily chart. This is the daily chart, so it gapped up big on the daily and it's been green all day. Looking at it on the 1 minute chart, if you're wondering what these lines are, I got VWAP, and then I got the 200 moving average, and I got the 50 moving average. And these are typically I have VWAP and I have the 200. Sometimes I'll throw the 50 on there just to see if the stock is reacting to that. Basically, all those lines are is me trying to figure out what the stock is reacting to. If it's reacting pretty well to one of those lines, then I'll use it to help me look for bounces or resistance, etc. This one's not really presenting any trades at the moment, nothing that interests me anyway. It's kind of in that 50-50 spot where going towards close, it could drop big, it could shoot up. So at this point, just kind of watching it. Has traded, like I said, 260 million shares. So it's definitely something that people have been trading all day. Day traders, high frequency algos, whatever. Let's see what else. And we got BRQS, DPW, or another couple more. DPW. That one's pretty much been fading the entire day, so hasn't given me any opportunities on things that I like. I typically like stocks that are green on the day with blue sky above and that are trading above VWAP preferably. Usually is what I'm looking for to go long, so that wouldn't be really all day, nothing that I would have been interested in. BRQS. Looks like that one, when it curled back up and broke high of day, would have presented a nice trade from around the 150 area, and it went up to 190 or so, so 40 cents. Probably not going to get that much, but on a low price stock like this, if you had bought it on the break of 150, which would be just past the high of day, you could have maybe sold it in the 165 area, got 15 cents a share. That to me is a win. Let's see what else. So what I'm getting at is you don't have to have a screener. Of course, it's handy to have that, but if your platform doesn't have that, you don't need it. You can go to one of the many free screeners that are available online, such as MarketWatch, and screen and just look at the top stocks, the ones that are up a large percent, that have volume over here, and then just throw them into your charts and see what they look like, and see if you can see any kind of an entry, any kind of a pattern that you might want to play. Another one would be, you can do like me, I've got all kinds of bookmarks up here to things that I use frequently. So you can go to the FinViz stock screener, which is also free. Go to market cap and put nanos if you're looking for small market caps. Then just do top gainers, and it's going to bring up the top gainers in the nano cap, and you can do mega, large, mid cap, small cap, micro cap, all different kinds of subcategories depending on what exactly you're looking to trade. If you're looking for smaller caps like me, then it's going to show you the top percent gainers for the day. It's going to have volume over here, so you're not going to want to, you want to look at EQS for instance, and you come over here, and what you're looking for, if you see the volume is only 75,000 shares, not something we're looking to trade. I can tell you right off the bat, you know, when you're just trying to look for stocks to trade, you can go to one of these free screeners, bring up the top gainers, change the criteria if you're looking for something in particular. Then you're going to look over here, and a way to weed it out right off the bat is to look at volume. you know you're not going to trade something with 75,000 shares, even 700,000 shares. I'm not going to trade that. I can tell you right off the bat, because it's only trading at $1.47. So 700,000 shares is not very many shares, which means there's not a ton of eyes on it. It's not got the liquidity that you want. Why does that matter? That matters because what we're looking for is patterns. We're looking to find the recognizable patterns. We're trying to make trades based on patterns that we know, and those patterns will not play out if they don't have the volume. If you don't have the volume in there, and you don't have much higher than average volume, if you don't have all the day traders and all the eyes on it, then the pattern is not going to play out the way that it should. Could it play out? Yes, I mean, it's possible, but we're looking for high odds setups and the most likely to follow through on the patterns. That's how you make money. So especially as a beginning trader, you're looking for only the highest percentage setups. So you're looking for volume, because if without volume, the setup will likely not play out the way that it should. Why do setups actually work? Why do things play out, and why can we predict what's going to happen? Because the more eyes are on it, the more people are trading it, they're seeing the same thing. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you've watched my other videos, you hear me talk about self-fulfilling prophecies all the time, because that's really all that indicators are. It's all that patterns are. All it is enough people seeing the same thing that it makes it come true. If enough people think that it's going to bounce off of VWAP, and enough people have VWAP on their screen, then that's going to come true, because there's enough people looking to buy that bounce that it makes it bounce. There's enough people looking to short high of days, so that's why shorting high of days works in a high percentage of the time. That's why buying breakouts works, because as it breaks that high of day, or whatever the breakout scenario is, there's enough traders looking at it, if you have the volume, that they're going to buy the breakout at the same time. Shorts are going to be covering as it breaks out, and it fulfills the prophecy. So like I said, you're going to be looking for volume. You're looking for the tickers, then you're looking for volume, and that's a way to weed out what you're not going to trade, so that way you can tell what you want to throw into your charts to see if it's something that you might be interested in a setup that you're looking for. So IMRN, DPW, PDSB, AKER, XBIO, and then like I said, you just come over here and you throw it into your charts on whatever your trading platform is, and then you're just looking at the chart for a pattern. This, for instance, XBIO, it's got a decent amount of volume. It is up 23% on the day, but no pattern that we see. Buying this right here, VWAP bounce, might have worked for a little bit of a gain there, but it quickly failed. Pretty much going sideways at this point. It's again at that consolidation 50-50 spot where it can go up, could go down, so it's not something that we're looking to buy, and it only has 9 million shares of volume. That is quite a bit of volume, but it's not really enough. When you look at the chart, you can kind of see that. Like me personally, when I look at this chart, I am not going to trade it just based on how it looks. It doesn't look like it has the volume. You know, if you look at that chart compared to TNXP, you know, you can see how smooth this looks on the 1 minute. You can tell that the volume's there. You look down here and you can see all the volume. And then you look at XBIO and you don't see all the volume like you did on TNXP. And it looks more choppy and unpredictable the way it comes up but drops right back down. So it's a good example of, this is on the list, and I think it's number 5 on the top nano gainers. But just from looking at the chart, I can tell that it's probably not something I'm looking to trade. I can't remember what, let's see, AKER was one. This one only has 5 million shares. Now on this, it's kind of choppy, doesn't have a ton of volume, but this is interesting here. When you see this crazy move from 548, and it topped out at almost 648, so almost $1 move in a few minutes. That's a pretty significant move. That's pretty interesting to see stuff like that. So that's something I might be interested in watching, just because of that move right there. If you had bought the high of day break right here, it dipped below, consolidated a little bit, and then it would have been great to be in it during this move had you held through that. It becomes difficult to know where the top's going to be and where to get out. And all of that just comes with experience and seed time and watching the market and kind of feeling it out. There's so much that goes into the market to where you become almost one with it. The more you watch it, the more you can feel that like a drop might be coming, or it might be getting ready to break out and go crazy. Stuff like this is hard to predict though. You just watch the volume down here. If you're seeing this kind of volume, and then all of a sudden you see this green candle as it breaks out past the high of day, and you see the volume come in, then you know that, hey, this has the potential to make a big move. You might jump in, but moves so fast it's hard to get in. You got to really be watching it to make that happen. Other than that, yeah, I just kind of wanted to cover a couple of things that are moving and how to know exactly what to trade and what not to using some of these free screeners, because as I said, that's a question I get the most in the comments, is usually how do you find the stocks, or what are the metrics on your screeners, etc. Well, you don't even really need to have a screener like I do. Like I said, you can just go to a free screener and like FinViz and just toggle what you're looking for: top losers, top gainers, new highs, new lows, most volatile, most active. Depends on what exactly you're looking for, or what your forte is as far as what you like to trade. So you look at the free scanner, and then like I said, you just look over here, look at the volume. If it's got a lot of volume, then it's worth throwing on your charts and seeing what it's doing. IMRN was a big one today, but it's doing nothing but fading into close. So if you might be somebody that's holding this stock, I'm sorry to hear that. At this point, you might be looking for it to bounce in this area, just because we had this level of consolidation right at market open before it shot up. So maybe you'll get lucky and the bleeding will stop somewhere in that area, and maybe get a bounce up to where you can get out of it. Hopefully you didn't buy it up here. If you did, I'm sorry. But this was a halt play. A couple of times it got halted. We've talked about before in other videos that, me personally, maybe the first halt or even the second halt, I might be buying out of that. But after that, you're getting pretty, you're kind of playing with fire. Eventually, it's going to come back down. You definitely don't want to be stuck in a halt going back down. That's like worst case scenario. So it did come up here, and like I said, we've already had all these halts. Then we get this halt, and it just becomes less and less likely to shoot up after the more halts you get. We have seen some crazy plays where halted 10 different times going up. It does happen, but the odds are not in your favor after 2 or 3 halts. It just gets more and more risky. Let's see. And this dump right here, this is scary for me anyway, as a trader. When you're looking at the curl, and then you see it pull back, and then could it curl up again? Yeah, it's possible. But then you have a really big drastic dump right here from the 1690, just under 17 bucks, back to 1450 area. So $2.50 drop in a matter of a couple minutes right here. That's scary. So at that point, I'm not as likely to be going long over here where it looks like it could be curling, because I'm looking at how quickly it dropped over here. And those are just the kind of things that you're looking for that kind of scare you away from going long late in the day. And like we've talked about many times, the odds of the setups playing out are much higher in the morning. Once the afternoon comes in, volume fades out. The plays tend to not work as well. The setups don't work as well. They don't play out as well. So this thing's fading like crazy. Not a whole lot of hope in sight right now for anybody that's holding this. If we look at the daily, yeah, it's right there at the level of going green to red. Not a good sign. People also look at what happened over here, where it had a nice green day, but it had a big wick and it pulled back and then opened, significantly lower and then faded and never got back up to those highs. And people see that when they're looking to trade the stock, and that's a lot of the time why you get that fade late in the day, because people are looking, hey, what happened over here? Had I held that overnight, would I have been okay? No, not so much. And people know that. They look at that. So then as it's getting late in the day, they end up selling, and it becomes more of a shorting and selling frenzy into close instead of people up and looking to hold it. Other than that, that's pretty much all I got. Just wanted to jump on here, wanted to get back in the swing of making some live videos and some other informative videos and try to get back on top of this YouTube thing. Pushing the 1,000 subscriber thing, which is awesome because that's what I need in order to ever make $1 with YouTube. You have to have 1,000 subscribers and you have to have 4,000 watch hours. We long surpassed the 4,000 watch hours. I think it's in something like 4,500 watch hours or something. So that is awesome. Thank you guys so much for the support and for watching my videos. And hopefully we'll pass that 1,000 subscriber mark soon, over 900 as of today. So that's pretty awesome, especially considering I took a bit of a hiatus and was doing other things. So it's pretty exciting to get back and see that I got 900 subscribers. I appreciate that. I'm going to make some more videos and get back into the swing of things and try to provide you guys with some good content and help you get ahead and get started in your trading journey. Anything I can do to help, comment down below. If you want to support me in any way, you can sign up for Acorns. There's a link in the description for Acorns, link in this video and in the last one that I made that was about Acorns. It's just something that I believe in because I like it. It's a passive way to save money for things that you don't really budget around. If you're not a budgeter like myself, your kid's Christmas, tires for your car, things like that sneak up on you. So it's kind of a way of rounding up your purchase from if you spend, $1.50, it's going to round another 50 cents up to the next dollar into that investment account. So I think it's a pretty cool thing. It's a way to passively invest money and to save money for things that you don't budget for. So if you're interested in that, you can click the link in the description or watch my last video about it or the link in that description of that video, and it gives you $5 towards your investment account and $5 towards mine. So kind of a win-win affiliate link type thing. Other than that, that's all I got. Comment down below, let me know in any of the comments. Give me a like and give me a subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you want to see. I'm going to get back into the swing and making a bunch of videos. I'm always looking for ideas on what exactly you guys want to know and want to learn about. So shoot me a message, shoot me a comment, let me know what it is you're looking for, and I will make that. Thank you so much for watching it. Take care. Peace.